Hello and welcome back to Swing Trading Masterclass by Wealthy Education. In this video, we're going to take a look at something called the Parabolic SAR. It's a SAR stands for stop and reverse, and it's an overlay indicator, meaning that it goes on the main chart, and it shows you which direction you should be aiming, whether you should be buying or selling. So let's go ahead and show how to put it up. You click on the Indicators and Strategies button, and then you put in Parabolic. See Parabolic SAR, not strategy, Parabolic SAR. And you can see that it puts dots on the chart. And quite frankly, pretty straightforward. The idea is that you're going to be in the market the entire time. Not a big fan of that per se, but it is a way that some people trade. You can perhaps use this in congruence with those moving averages that we talked about a couple videos ago. So if we're in a downtrend, for example, then you can use this to sell. For an uptrend, you can use it to buy. Of course, you can use it the way that it was originally designed. It's entirely up to you, but those are a couple different ways the traders will use it. So the dots here tell you where to put your stop loss. So the idea is that we break out here, and there's your stop loss based upon volatility. And you can see that it rallies right along with every candlestick. And as soon as you see the flip, the indicator comes up here, it's time to get out. Now, what it is good at is it's good at keeping you in trends for quite some time. It's more or less a short-term indicator. It does work well, but it can be messy in times like this. So that's something that you should pay attention to. So let's run through here. You can see that you had been shorting this market. This is the euro dollar. Then you turn around and you buy, and then you sell. So right there, you're looking at about a break even, maybe a slight loss. And then you sell. Then the next thing you know, you're buying again. So that was a little bit of a profit on and on. And this is the 1 hour chart. This is the daily chart, and, obviously you can use the Parabolic SAR on any time frame. It is valid regardless. Pretty wide swings of it. So at this point, if you're in an uptrend, then some traders will just simply look at this as time to get out when it shows that you should be selling. There's your stop loss. It continues to move higher and higher and higher, and so on. Pretty straightforward, really. And here in Monero, let's go ahead and put it up. There's really not a lot to say about this indicator. It does automate a lot, really. We had been rallying for some time, and then we flipped over, and then you just sold for quite some time. There was a little bit of a bounce here. And again, this is kind of where you run into trouble with this, where it probably get you into trouble. Now, having said that, it'd be a small loss compared to the gains, and you have to take statistics into effect. But by using a simple moving average, or maybe just support and resistance levels, once you break a support level, there's clearly one there, then it's obvious you're on the short side only. So that's your clue, not necessarily to buy, but to get out. So there are a couple different ways you can use the Parabolic SAR, but it's a common, especially on short-term charts, type of indicator. It keeps you on the right side of the trend overall most of the time. Where it does run into trouble is when you see sideways markets. It gets chopped up. So you have to keep that in mind. But it is a trend-following indicator. So it's just yet another tool that we can use.